the Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Truitt. Tonight on your WZMQ News, Delta County residents gathered today in protest of ICE raids happening across the country and the president's deployment of the military in Los Angeles. Major changes proposed for solar energy. A proposed bill would greatly reduce solar tax credits for most Americans. And a Forsyth Township man is behind bars at this hour on charges of criminal sexual conduct with a minor under the age of 13. Your 19 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Good evening, Kelly. Kelly is joining us now with our first look at weather. Hi, Kelly. How is our forecast looking?
Yeah, John, we are checking in on just the advancing cloud cover really this evening. Looking good on our view of Houghton right now on the Lake Lift Bridge. And as we take a look at our Doppler Max, we're tracking advancing cloud cover, maybe a few stray drops out to the Newberry area, maybe Sault Ste. Marie in the next hour or so. But overall, we're seeing cloudy skies, and that will be the case for tonight with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Yeah, maybe a few lingering drops for Manistee 2 into the lower 50s. And into tomorrow, we'll start to have temperatures in the upper 50s and maybe even a few showers overnight too. I'll have those full details coming up in just a few minutes.
2 people have been found dead at Upper Michigan's Isle Royale National Park. Sunday afternoon, park rangers received 2 separate reports of 2 individuals found dead at a remote backcountry campground within the park. 2 rangers hiked 11 miles to the campground overnight, arriving early Monday morning. They confirmed that 2 unidentified campers were dead. In addition, ground and aviation resources responded to the scene today. The situation is currently under investigation and the cause of their death is unknown at this time. WZMQ 19 will update this story as more information comes in. A Forsyth Township man has been indicted on charges of criminal sexual conduct. Jonathan DeMar Bostic was arrested on May 30th. The 35-year-old man is charged with 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor under the age of 13 and 2 counts of CSC in the second degree. The investigation into Bostic's alleged actions is ongoing, and authorities believe there are more victims. Anyone with information on the case is asked to contact Forsyth Township Police Department. In response to ICE raids and the president's deployment of the National Guard and the Marines, protesters in Los Angeles are angry this week. Citizens of Delta County took to the streets today. Delta County Unified and the local Unitarian Universalist Fellowship demonstrated on 3 corners at the intersection of Lincoln and Ludington today. Protesters believe that the military presence in Los Angeles is only amping up tensions, with one saying she stands with the city during this time.
Our military is not supposed to be used against the citizens of this country. And that is what Trump is doing. He is taking our military and using them to threaten citizens of this country. That affects everybody. If he can do it there, he can do it anywhere.
Protesters carried signs with phrases like "No kings, no autocracy, fight racism and fascism, and reject hate." President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill is drawing sharp criticism from the solar industry, who say it could dismantle years of clean energy progress. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live to break down why solar advocates say the legislation could hit American workers, electric bills, and even the country's AI future. Brendan?
Hey there, John. Good evening. Yeah, certainly a wide range of consequences, at least among solar advocates I spoke with today. At stake within this big, beautiful bill, the solar industry says, are over 260,000 solar jobs across the U.S., $140 billion in economic investments, and over 330 solar factories across the country at risk of closing or never even opening. From rooftops to rural farms, solar power now energizes more than just homes. It fuels an entire industry, but advocates warn that a sweeping legislative package making its way through Congress could cloud its future.
Dramatic and devastating cut to the solar and storage tax credits.
Abigail Hopper says the bill would effectively repeal solar and storage tax credits, which help bring down costs for various solar projects and manufacturing. It could mean slashing support for a technology that not only provides America's cheapest electricity, but is essential to powering data centers that are fueling the race for AI dominance.
And this bill undercuts our ability to do that. There won't be enough electricity for those data centers. There won't be enough electricity for us to win the AI race.
Hopper says consumers nationwide could face a $51 billion increase in electric bills over the next decade, about $100 each year for every family, as well as greater exposure to power shortages, particularly in rural America. Hopper wants to see the Senate amend the bill and provide a more rational, business-conscious phase-out of the tax credits, and not what was included in the House-passed bill.
Companies have spent billions of dollars building infrastructure here, and to change the rules on them with 60 days notice is just unconscionable.
Now, as far as solar, I'm all for it now, but it needs to survive on its own. I mean, we are running deficits of $2 trillion.
Congressman Dan Muser voted to pass the big, beautiful bill, but says he would support a more gradual phase-out of the tax credits over the next several years.
In a way that doesn't put businesses out of business.
Now, John, the House-passed version of the reconciliation package is currently sitting in the Senate waiting for approval. The Senate is expected to make some pretty big changes before sending it back to the House for approval once more. But whether any of those changes involve any changes to solar and storage tax credits, we're going to have to wait and see. But we will surely be keeping a close eye on that as that bill progresses through the upper chamber here on Capitol Hill. Reporting live in Washington for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. John, back to you.
Thank you, Brendan. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, RFK Jr. removes all 17 members of the CDC's Vaccine Advisory Committee. What that means to your health is coming up. And later, we bring you to Brookridge Heights, assisted living for a small race with a big heart. All ahead on tonight's 19 News.
People do terrible things. But being honest, I think most people are good.
There it is! There's something I have to do.
What?
This.
Madeline Matlock? Who the hell are you?
You're loyal because it's who you are. Group hug.
No group hug.
Yes, just not you.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget, we're
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's big Father's Day recliner sale. You know, we have the largest selection of recliners in Michigan and Wisconsin. There's literally hundreds of recliners to choose from, and at the lowest price, and they start at just $279. There's big recliners for the big men, up to 500 pounds. And there's little recliners for the ladies and everything in between. There's power and power lift recliners in all different sizes, and leather recliners big and small and everything in between. Shop Shunk Furniture of Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back, everyone. It was a little bit chilly today, 62 degrees for that high temperature into Marquette with the average at 71. So we're well below that. Of course, nowhere near that high temperature record of 90 degrees. We're not quite hitting any of those records, but that's okay. For right now, we're trying to just get to that average high temperature, and we'll slowly but surely get there as we progress through the week. The temperatures right now across the UP, 63 out to Ironwood, 61 up to Houghton. We have 64 for Newberry with mostly cloudy skies and 63 for us in Marquette. So fairly comfortable, and we're looking at mostly cloudy skies right now. We're still looking at some pretty dense smoke right now, especially out to the western half of the Upper Peninsula. The eastern half a little bit of a break, but we're still subjected to those wildfire risks, especially young children and those elderly. You know who you are. If you feel a little bit of the chest tightness, keep it easy over the next few days. Take it easy over the next few days. No weather alerts right now, no air quality warnings, small craft advisory, severe thunderstorm warnings, nothing going on here. Still just seeing that advancing cloud cover on our Doppler max this evening. Maybe a few lingering raindrops out towards the Newberry area for this evening. Nothing that should give you too much of an issue. And for tomorrow, we're looking at a 2 out of 4 star day on your Blades Bait and Tackle fishing outlook. With the full moon, the best time to get out tomorrow in the afternoon is between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Rain and storms, yeah, we might run into a little bit of that with northwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. But I'll show you all that in just a few seconds, starting with first one. Futurecast, advancing cloud cover with a few of those lingering drops continue tonight. And for tomorrow morning in the Marquette area and out towards Ontonagon, we might see a little bit of those light drizzles, and it'll pretty much just be on and off cloud cover for the rest of your Wednesday. And into Thursday, we're looking good. Lots of sunshine is ahead. If we put on the future rain totals for you, anywhere from nothing to a trace to a 1/10 of an inch or so through Thursday morning. And we even add on the overnight hours of Thursday, and we're just seeing a trace of rain across the Upper Peninsula. So the future winds too will be a little bit scattered, a little bit all over the place. Of course, the northern winds in effect for Marquette will contribute to those chilled and cooler temperatures. Are we looking at some above average temperatures? This just updated for us. We will be trending a little bit above average for those temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days. We were looking at fairly average conditions. So past the 7-day, we will hopefully see more 70s on there. But the highs for tomorrow will definitely get there for some. Close to 80 degrees for Iron Mountain and Menominee, Escanaba not too far behind into the mid-70s. We'll see plenty of sunshine. We might have a few of those really light rain showers through the afternoon, but I'm calling it mostly dry for tomorrow. And we'll have some sunshine for Thursday. It will be a little bit chilly, some scattered showers just ahead of the weekend, and a little bit chilly, especially to start the weekend. But then we round off the weekend into the 60s with the sunshine continuing.
Thank you, Kelly. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has dismissed all members of a CDC advisory committee on immunizations. The secretary says he wants to restore public trust in vaccines, but some congressional members worry the secretary could fill the positions with vaccine skeptics. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live. Hello, Rachel.
Good evening, John. So definitely mixed reaction here on Capitol Hill. The secretary himself has aired some doubts about vaccines before in the past, and so this is definitely causing some stir around here. And we're told that most of the panelists on this committee, they had terms up until 2028, and we're told that it's really unusual to just dismiss everyone on this panel. But doctors I spoke with say that when it comes to making any changes on this panel, that it should be done with a scalpel. In an op-ed piece published in the Wall Street Journal, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy announced he fired all 17 members on the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, better known as ACIP.
So the ACIP is just a collection of really interesting and smart people in the industry, clinicians, vaccine researchers, policymakers who come together and look at the evidence. And they look at it all from their own individual perspectives, and they come together collectively to make recommendations.
ACIP plays a pivotal role in safeguarding public health through vaccine policy. Second, its guidance impacts immunization strategies, childhood immunization, seasonal influenza, adult vaccine schedules, and also responses to emergency infectious disease threats. Public confidence in vaccines depends on the credibility, transparency, and scientific rigor of advisory bodies like ACIP. and any changes in membership and potential restructuring, in my opinion, should be evaluated carefully.
The secretary, a vaccine skeptic, says he removed all members to restore public's trust in vaccines. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, who is also a doctor, shared on social media, of course, now the fear is that the ACIP will be filled up with people who know nothing about vaccines except suspicion. I've just spoken with Secretary Kennedy, and I'll continue to talk with him to ensure this is not the case. But not everyone shares those concerns.
I think what Secretary Kennedy is trying to do is rebuild the institution of public health in America.
Now, John, Secretary Kennedy claimed that most of the panel members received substantial funding from pharmaceutical manufacturers in order to help make some of their recommendations, but ACIP members are thoroughly screened for any conflicts of interest and cannot be affiliated with any vaccine manufacturers. Now, if there is a potential conflict of interest, what they're supposed to do is disclose it and then recuse themselves from any further voting on those issues. John, back to you.
Thank you, Rachel. The superintendent of Marisa has won a Google GSV Fellowship, joining a prestigious body of high-tech educators. Marquette Alger Reese's superintendent, Dr. Greg Nean, is our guest tonight on Insights.
Welcome to Big Boy, where we know you by name. From our mouth-watering burgers to our affordable breakfast and dinner buffets, we've got you covered morning, noon, and night. Enjoy Big Boy's fantastic meals at home with our fast to-go curbside pickup. And for office parties or events, Big Boy is the area's go-to for the best catering service. So when you want clean, affordable, convenient, and delicious, you know the answer is Big Boy, where we know you by name.
Power up your summer fun with the power of choice. Toyota's lineup offers the most electrified hybrid and all-wheel drive choices out there, like the best-selling Tacoma with up to 326 horsepower and the built in the USA Tundra. Now get 2.99 APR financing on a new 25 Tundra or the last of the 24 Tacomas, or lease this new 25 Tacoma SR5 for just $289 a month. That's the power of choice. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's Father's Day, and Dad deserves the best. Shop Kirkish Furniture's Father's Day sale on now. Save on Lazy Boy recliners, grills, indoor smokers, Restonic and Tempur-Pedic mattresses, beverage cenders, ice makers, patio furniture, air conditioners, and so much more. 12 months free financing and always free local delivery at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
This is extreme crime.
To catch him, they'll use every trick in the book.
We were operating against ghosts, and ghosts are tough to find.
Top investigators and police use the latest forensic science to uncover the truth and solve real cases. The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local.
Tonight on Insights, we're talking with the Marquette Alger Regional Education Service Agency about a new opportunity for one of its own. Joining us is Marisa Superintendent Dr. Greg Nean. Thanks for being here, Greg.
Thank you, John.
Tell me about this fellowship. What's the nuts and bolts of it?
Yeah. So the Google GSV Fellowship is a convening of educators from across the country who are either superintendents or educational leaders in their own state. And this is a coordinated effort on Google's part to really allow for networking to begin and for ideas to be shared.
How is this going to affect students up here in the UP? Where do we stand on that?
Sure. Well, of course, artificial intelligence is a hot topic these days. It was in your earlier newscast, and its presence is pervasive across the country right now, and certainly public education is no exception. So how we use artificial intelligence to leverage opportunities for greater learning for the students in the Upper Peninsula matters just as much here as it does in New York or California.
and some of the technological aspects of education, do they differ in far rural areas as opposed to more metropolitan?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's one of the benefits of having a rural voice within this opportunity. You know, a lot of the policies that are made in Michigan and certainly across the country are driven by urban and suburban settings, and of course the lawmakers that represent those areas. Those policies don't always apply nice and neatly in rural settings, so having a voice as part of this process that represents rural Michigan and rural America is important.
Well, thank you very much, Greg. I appreciate your coming in. Coming up in sports, Mike Ludlum brings us to Mount Pleasant for a Escanaba Girls High School softball game downstate.
Just want to have some fun.
Beyond the Gates. It's a CBS super soapy summer.
There's this fascinating little thing called sex. You are playing with fire.
I swear to God, if you try me, you're gonna rot in hell for this, Dana.
Enjoy the burn.
Beyond the Gates. New CBS weekdays.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're gonna have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Everyone. It did not get any easier for top-ranked Escanaba in the Division II softball tournament. The Eskimos blasted third-ranked Gaylord in the regional final on Saturday. Today, the opponent was second-ranked Hudsonville Unity Christian at Central Michigan University. This game was a pitcher's duel between Escanaba's Grayson LaMarche and the Crusaders' Mackenzie Kamenga. Bottom of the seventh, Matea Burzuma hits it well, but Maddie Mott is there to make the catch deep from shortstop. A short time later, Molly Versluis hits this one up the gap, but Addie Noblet just reaches far enough to make the catch, and we're going into extra innings. Top of the eighth, Eskimos have base runners, and they take advantage. Clara Braun smokes this one up the middle. Harley Kuhlman will score, and then Mary Kate Taranjo will slide in safely, and the Eskimos have a 2-0 lead. They added another one to make it 3. LaMarche, a strikeout here, her 14th of the game. Escanaba goes on to win this one by the count of 3-0.
Want to be there for your team and do it for them, so you just have to go in with confidence and trust in yourself that you can do it and just make contact with the ball, put it in play.
Were you sitting on anything in particular?
No, I mean, she was throwing good strikes earlier in the count, so you kind of knew to swing early and attack, and that's kind of been her, motto all year is attack early, jump on it. So that's what we did.
Andy, how did you catch those?
I have no idea. I just booked it as fast as I could, just hoping to get there. oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, and then I'm just booking it as fast as I can, just trying to get there. It's euphoric. It is so amazing to know that your team's right there cheering you on after you make the play, and it's just so, it's just amazing. It's so fun.
Sometimes you're hitting, sometimes you're not. And today it took us 8 innings to get hitting, and and Grayson kept us in it. And I couldn't be more proud of the player. She pitched a gem for us today.
Escanaba will face the winner of tonight's Goodrich-Richmond game. That one is in progress, and that will be Thursday in East Lansing at 12:30. Elsewhere in quarterfinal softball, Gladstone lost a tough one today to top-ranked Clare 1-0. The Braves were ranked number 2, and that's Division 3 and Division 4. Hillman all over Gogebic 9-1. Miners did win their first regional title, so certainly congratulations to them as well. Now, how did Gogebic get to that game? We're going to show you Saturday now in the regional final against Lakeland and Hubble. And a base hit to start things off by Kenley Anderson. Emily Del Favero will cross the plate, and the Miners had a 1-0 lead. In the bottom of the second, Allie Corrigan will swing and miss. Gogebic starter Olivia Peterson doing well. She had 4 strikeouts in a few innings. Top of the third, Kenley Anderson got out of the way of that pitch from Emily Jokala. Ball bounces away. Del Favero scores, and it makes it 2-0 Gogebic. Bottom of the third, Jokala pops up. Nice catch here by Kira Graham. Miners still had a 2-0 lead after 3. As we jump to the bottom of the fifth, the Lakes had the bases loaded but could not get a run, and Gogebic ended up winning the regional by the score of 2-0.
Problem was we'd either not get enough hits in a row or we'd hit right to them and not hit the gaps, but we were able to hit gaps and our defense was really tight, so I'm just happy we pulled it off. I didn't expect us to win the first game. I mean, a lot of us didn't, but as soon as we won the first game, we felt really good about the second game because last time we played Lake Linden, we only lost by 1, and we just decided we really had to lock in and get the win.
Our pitchers were on. We struggled on the mound against Lake Linden when we played them twice. Same thing with Norway. So our pitchers were on, our defense was on, and our hitting wasn't quite there, which we've been struggling with a little bit. But other than that, I mean, the girls wanted to play, and you can tell that even if they weren't hitting, they stayed up the whole time. That was very important.
Yeah.
Again, congratulations for Gogebic winning its first regional. The funeral for a longtime Ishpeming radio broadcaster is tomorrow. Ed Holmgren died Friday at UP Health System Marquette. He called football, basketball, and even ski jumping for more than 50 years. His funeral will be at Bethany Evangelical Lutheran Church in Ishpeming. He was 85 years old, and we will be right back.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks in the UP, all in excellent condition and low miles, along with a huge selection of new Broncos and trucks all ready to roll. Experience the Big Valley difference at Big Valley Ford in Ewan.
Today's seniors are enjoying life more than ever before, and part of that comes from the independence of driving. Just because I'm a senior, and maybe you are too, do we really have to pay outrageously high insurance rates? No, we don't.
When was the last time you checked to see if you could get a lower insurance rate?
Just call the number on your screen and speak with a licensed insurance agent.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
You change your oil, you change your tires. Well, maybe it's time to change your car's insurance company.
You may be able to save a lot of money.
As a responsible driver, you always check your gauges, right? And you check for other cars and pedestrians.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates. You need to make sure that you're not paying more than you need to.
1-800-799-6506. 1-800-799-6506.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
So many of us have to work 2 jobs to make ends meet.
What it takes to chase the American dream.
I hope people in power change the price of things.
The cost of living. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
We look at the bridge view here, and we continue to track the cloud cover on our Doppler Max, as we aren't expecting much rain across the Upper Peninsula, maybe a few scattered raindrops into the Newberry area, but we are staying mostly dry with lots of sunshine for tomorrow. The sunshine continues for Thursday, a little bit chilled into Friday too, into the lower 50s with clearing skies. Sunshine into the weekend, still a bit chilly, back to the 70s for next week.
Thanks, Kelly. Later this month, communities around the nation will be walking to end Alzheimer's. But today, a Marquette assisted living home held a walk of its own. Brookridge Heights held its second annual 0.5K walk mornings outside. Residents wore wacky costumes and had a great snack afterwards. That'll do it for us. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you at 11.